Today from Crumbl Cookies, Kevin and I are going to be trying the pumpkin pie, red velvet white chip, cranberry crumb cake, maple cinnamon roll, and caramel praline. These cookies were provided to us free from Crumbl, so thank you very much to Crumbl. We greatly appreciate it. The first one we're going to be trying is the pumpkin pie. It is a buttery pie cookie with spiced pumpkin pie filling, whipped cream, and cinnamon. So the spiced part, it has cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and allspice. And then whipped cream and cinnamon. We did not get any cinnamon on top of ours. I'll just tell you that right now.
It doesn't look like any sprinkle in there.
No, and this is really runny.
It is very runny.
Yeah, that's a very runny center. They were supposed to have sprinkled a little bit of pumpkin, a little bit of cinnamon on top, and they did not.
Honestly, they almost forgot the pecan too. So.
Oh really? Did you have to say something, or they just realized it?
I like that pumpkin puree or whatever on top. That's really nice. It's almost, I get a honey flavor from that. Like it's thick, like it even has the texture of honey underneath there. Like a thick, sticky kind of texture. It's very good. I like it. We don't get the honey.
No, but
I think it's just sweet.
The texture of the cookie, you don't taste the cookie. So they're saying a buttery pie cookie, but it is well baked. So it is it's firm, but it's not hard.
Right.
But
not crunchy.
It does feel like a pie crust. So it's firmer than most Crumbl cookies.
Right.
It's gonna have, what's on the bottom of that?
No, something
What is, oh, it looks like a cranberry or something.
could be something's falling out of the pan.
Oh, okay. Well, it scared me. I saw something dark, and I thought, oh my gosh, what's that?
A bug, it was something in their pan.
Anyway, it's a very firm cookie, but you're not really tasting it anyway. It's just the vessel to hold the pumpkin.
The pumpkin's really nice. I wish it was a little thicker.
I do too. It is runny.
But it's got a really good flavor.
I like the flavor too, and really it says spiced, and you do get the spices, but it's like an equal blend, and so it's not really strong. You taste it, but it's not like overkill.
No, I've had stronger pumpkin pies than spice wise.
Right.
So this is a nice balance.
And if we had cinnamon on top, maybe the cinnamon would have stood out. But we didn't get extra cinnamon on top, so really it's just a nice pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I didn't know it was supposed to have cinnamon on top.
Yeah, it's supposed to have cinnamon sprinkled on top.
You get what they get.
It didn't matter, honestly.
No,
I like it the way it is.
I think it's good.
So this is the red velvet white chip. It's a dark red velvet cookie with white chips. Oh yeah. Looks good.
I'll give you that side with a lot of chips.
Thank you. He did. He gave me the side. Show your side. My side has more.
It's got plenty though.
Oh, it has a couple. Yeah.
It's got enough. It's very soft.
This is Thanksgiving week. So, in my opinion, I think the pumpkin pie was a good choice of cookies.
Yeah, that's fitting.
I think red velvet's a good choice of cookie too, because not all families are going to serve the same thing. But my mom, for Thanksgiving, always made a red velvet cake.
I love that has a crispy outside, but it's really soft and not quite gooey, but it's very, very soft inside. It's good. I do get a little bit of the food dye, but it doesn't make it bitter, but you do get a little bit of that. I get a little bit of the taste of the food dye. Just a little bit. But that's pretty typical of red velvet anyway, for me, is I do get that dye.
The texture is outstanding.
Yeah, the texture's perfect.
Like the texture is a 5 out of 5. the difference between, you know, Mom making red velvet cake and this is Mom would put cream cheese frosting.
Yeah, I guess that's the chips that are supposed to replace that.
Yeah, the chips are what's giving it its sweetness, and they do a good job. I think it's nice because it's sweet. It's not overly sweet.
You just don't get the cream cheese flavor.
Right, so you do get that white chip, but it's not a cream. It doesn't taste like cream cheese white chip because they make cream cheese chips. But yeah, those just taste like white chips. Yeah. But that is an excellent cookie. To me, I didn't get any of the dye flavor.
Yeah, I didn't get a little. Like I said, it wasn't bad. I mean, I could definitely eat it.
It's a delicious cookie.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
The next one is a cranberry crumb cake. Another good choice, again, for Thanksgiving week. Cranberry sugar cookie with a citrus glaze and cranberry streusel. So the citrus glaze is going to be orange zest.
Yeah. Now
Ooh, this is so soft.
The cranberry glaze, the cranberry crumble, they didn't give you a lot of it. It's just more for decoration than anything. I only got one cranberry in mine. You got a couple in yours. Okay, since I didn't really get cranberries, this tastes more like a lemon drizzle cake.
But with orange.
It's citrusy. Yeah, I guess it is more orange than tart lemon, or I guess it would be orange.
What appeals to me so much about this is the texture of it.
Yeah, it's good texture.
It's very, very, very soft. From the glaze on top, you can tell they put it on when it was warm. I mean, it's just a super soft glaze, but then the cookie itself is very, very soft. When you're not getting a piece of cranberry, truly, it tastes like a sugar cookie.
Yeah.
It tastes just like a regular sugar cookie.
And you're right, it's like an orange drizzle cake.
Yes, but it's not like super strong. So the flavor's there, but it's not overkill.
That glaze you get a definite citrus.
Oh yeah, I really, really like that. I think it's a terrific cookie, and even though I said when you don't get the cranberry, you're getting a sugar cookie flavor. It's a sweet sugar cookie flavor because you're getting the sweetness from that glaze.
Sorry you're hearing a hum.
I don't know what's going on.
They're vacuuming the leaves up.
Aha. Well, it's early. It's Monday morning. It's early. And yes, so we have lots of leaves that have fallen from the trees, Thanksgiving time. And so they take this big truck and they go around and they suck up all the leaves. And so, yeah, I guess they're doing that now. We gave it a second to try to let the truck go on.
It's still around.
It's still around. You might still be able to hear it, but at least it's not like right outside. Okay, the next one is a maple cinnamon roll. It is a vanilla sugar cookie with cinnamon roll filling and maple frosting. All right. This is a very soft cookie. Mm-hmm. It looks like it has a gooey center. That
very soft.
Is wonderful. But the star of the show, I think, is that maple. Mm-hmm. It's not cinnamon.
Mm-hmm. I think that part in the middle might supposed to be cinnamon. Did it say it was cinnamon?
It is underneath.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying I don't really get a really strong cinnamon flavor.
No, it's cinnamon. Yeah, it's cinnamon roll filling.
Yeah.
That's that dark part.
Yeah, you just don't really taste a lot of the cinnamon. It's mostly maple. The cookie itself doesn't have much. It's just a sugar cookie is what it tastes like.
Yes, they said vanilla sugar cookie.
Yeah.
I'm eating right now. It just tastes like a sugar cookie. It's just a regular sugar.
It's good though.
It's nice, yeah.
Like
it doesn't have like that typical flour. You don't get that. There is some sweetness there.
Yep, but definitely vanilla.
Yeah, well, but I don't get vanilla.
I do a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of vanilla from it, but mainly
it's mostly maple.
It's mainly maple. And for me, it's right on the edge of what I can tolerate for maple. Because if they had put any more maple in it, it would have been too harsh for me.
Like chemical-like.
Yeah. So
Chemical-like.
Chemical-like, yeah. So right now, it's fine. And I'm glad they didn't go over with that.
Yeah, I'm glad too. From the smell, it reminded you, because you're mixing the maple one and the pecan one, it smelled like a maple nut goodie kind of
Yeah,
smell.
that's what Kevin said. He says it smells like maple nut goodie because you're getting this mixture of smells. I do like that. And what did you think of the maple?
I like it. I agree with you. It's kind of borderline. It's not quite as close as you might have thought it was. I thought it was pretty decently level of maple. It's pretty nice actual maple flavor, not that chemical artificial flavor. So
Okay.
That's good.
The last one we have is called Caramel Praline. And it is a brown sugar cookie.
I'm not going to give you the pecan.
Oh, that's okay, because there's pecans all through here.
Yeah.
It is a brown sugar cookie with caramel topping and pecans. So you get one pecan half on top, but you get little pecan
Like little
bits.
chips.
Yeah, all through there.
They look pretty, I mean, it's not super thick, but it's a thickish layer of caramel.
Oh, wow.
It's a chewy caramel.
I was not expecting that. I took a bite out of it, and that whole caramel layer stuck to the back of my teeth. It fused my mouth together for a minute.
That's different. Like I said, that cookie is very buttery. I get like a buttery flavor from that cookie.
It's supposed to be a brown sugar cookie.
All I get is a buttery flavor. I like it. It's different. It's a different flavor than what I was expecting.
I've got just cookie left.
Yeah, that's basically what I got in that last bite. There was a lot of the cookie, and it's like I said, it's very buttery to me. You get it too.
I like just the cookie.
I know they could have left the caramel on top.
Well, our caramel is very, very thick and sticky.
Yeah, it's not quite bite into it and it pulls off all as one piece, but it is very thick.
It's very, like when I took that bite, it all stuck to my teeth, and then I just don't care. The flavor's okay.
Yeah, I like
although
the flavor.
I wouldn't say it's a rich caramel flavor.
No, I don't even hardly taste the caramel. I get mostly the cookie.
Yeah, I would like to.
Honestly, they could have left the caramel off and done a glaze, and I would have been just as happy.
How can we just get caramel? I just want it. My picture is going to be
That's
okay.
good.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You can see how thick that caramel is.
Yeah. I almost wish they hadn't done caramel and done like a sweet glaze on top of it, kind of like they did with the orange peel glaze right here. I almost wish they'd done something like that with that, made it just like a pecan, a butter glaze or some kind of glaze on it instead of the caramel. I would have liked it better.
The caramel is nice, but it's just not strong enough. I wish it had been as strong as like a Werther's Original. That strong. And I've made caramel at home that tastes dead on Werther's Original. I mean, just like that. So I know it can be done. That is a nice caramel. It really is though. It's thick and sticky, and I would just rather have just the cookie. The cookie itself is really good.
Don't you agree? A glaze would have been nice, just a sweet glaze.
Yeah. Well, or
caramel glaze, or they have something different than caramel. They could have done a caramel frosting or a caramel glaze or something like that.
It's just the texture of ours, and for me the flavor's lower flavor.
I like the cookie.
The cookie itself though is really nice.
Yeah.
And your experience will probably be different than our experience because your caramel will probably be different than our caramel.
We don't know.
I haven't.
I don't know if they get the caramel in already made up or if they make it up.
I would think they would make. I don't know,
Make 'em
because
out of
caramel's one of those things you have to cook it, and it
Yeah.
has to be
I don't know if they-
just so. And I don't know that they would
Might come in a can.
have
for
time.
all I know.
I don't know that they would have time to watch that, and because you know you have to stir it, and then you have to watch that temperature and all that. I don't know that they would have time to do that, so it might come already prepared. So you might get the same experience. Which do you think is the least sweet?
The least sweet, probably the pumpkin.
That's what I'm gonna say too. The pumpkin.
Yeah, not that it's not sweet. It's just not as sweet.
It's just the least sweet.
Yeah.
Which
the
is,
red velvet would be probably I don't know. The maple would probably be second to me.
as far as sweetness goes.
Second least.
Oh, second least sweet.
Yeah, like the pumpkin would be the least, and I think probably the cinnamon, the maple one, or maybe the red velvet would be the next one. I don't know.
Which do you think is the sweetest one here?
Probably the cranberry one, honestly.
The cranberry is very sweet, but it's not. It still isn't the over the top sweet.
None of these are really over the top.
No,
because none of them have a really thick layer of frosting on them.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Even that maple, like you might think, oh, that maple has that thick swirl on there, but it's maple flavor, so that takes down some of the sweetness. I think
It's still pretty sweet, but it's I really like that orange glaze. My cranberry is my favorite one.
Is that your favorite one? The sweet?
Yeah, I really like that orange glaze.
So give me your top three.
It would be the orange, probably the red velvet. No, yeah, probably the red velvet, and honestly, I'd probably do the pumpkin third.
I'm gonna say cranberry.
Those three.
Yeah.
I like the pumpkin, but I like pumpkin pie. So
I'm gonna say the same three, and in the in the same order. Yeah.
Interesting.
So we agree. Yeah. I would.
Because normally we don't pick the pie cookies.
No. Normally we do not pick the pie cookies. But I tell you, I'm impressed with this pie cookie because they got a good bake on that crust.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not
It's kind of dense and
it's not that crispy.
pasty.
Yeah, and so because it's crispy, it does remind you of a pie when you bake it in the oven.
Sometimes it's kind of pasty, and it really doesn't have much going on. This actually has some texture and stuff too.
Yeah, it has a nice texture, and like I said, you don't get the flavor at all because you've got the pumpkin, but it just has a nice texture, and that means a lot. Because
and the pumpkin's very sweet too.
Because I think the texture of that caramel is what
took it away from you.
Yes.
Yeah, because I really like the cookie.
I expected to like it more.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's just the texture of that caramel that it's like, for once in my life, I would scrape that off the top and just eat the cookie. And I never say stuff like that.
I agree, because I really did like the buttery cookie. The cookie was excellent.
Because normally I'm scraping off the top. I would say scrape off the top. And but this is the opposite. Yeah. But no, I think this is a great week. I think this is a really good selection for Thanksgiving week. And like the pecan, that's smart. People have pecan pies for Thanksgiving. And, so I do think this is a really good lineup. They also have the milk chocolate chip, which is always great.
The maple one's kind of odd, unless you have... Some people might have cinnamon rolls in the morning before Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Oh, for breakfast or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the only oddball one to me is the maple one.
Right. Well, I think...
What else would you have done? Turkey?
Yeah. It's definitely a very diverse selection. Yeah. And so I think there's something for everybody here. But I will be very curious what you're getting. And I'll be curious, is your caramel that thick?
Yeah.
What did you think of that? Because the cookie itself, like we said, I really do like the cookie. But that cranberry is number one.
Yeah, that orange glaze is like spot on.
Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. To everyone who celebrates Thanksgiving, I hope you all have a very, very happy Thanksgiving.
And if you don't, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Yeah.
When it rolls around.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll have lots of pictures for you at the end. And thanks for watching.